I would like to start off by saying I hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas. I know quite a few people didn't. I am blessed. The past few months, I had been homeless, and depression really set in. There have been several times that I thought of just ending my life, as so many people do around this time. But now I have a home, and I am here by the grace of God. I'm not going to get into a whole religious thing because those who believe know and those who don't. And there is no convincing them, no matter how much proof you have that God exists, there's just no convincing them any different. And I'm not going to waste my time. But I know that I am here by the grace of God. Usually, depression this severe is hereditary. And people deal with things differently. Trauma affects people differently. No two people react or deal with crap that is in their life in the same way. And everybody suffers from depression from time to time, whether it be mild or severe or whatever. And I haven't actually had suffered from depression this severe in a long, long time. As a matter of fact, I think it's been over at least 10 years, maybe longer, actually. I think I suffered from major depression the first 3 or 4 years when I moved up to this area. But it had been a long, long, long time since I got so depressed that I thought the only way to end this suffering was to just end my life. And I feel compelled to try to help anybody who might be going through the same thing. There is so much that people go through in their life to make them that depressed, and a lot of people will say that it's a selfish act, and some people will tell you, well, you should think of your kids and blah, 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 blah. But the thing of it is that most people don't realize that you do think of your kids when you're suffering from depression that bad, for those who have them. And your mind convinces you that your kids are better off without you, or that your grandchildren are better off without you, especially if you don't ever get to see them, or you hardly get to see them. Things in your mind just, this kind of, it takes over. There is no amount of, you gotta hang in there, you gotta keep your head up. Think about your kids, think about your grandkids, think about this and that and the other. Your mind is convincing you that everybody would be better off without you here. You don't contribute anything to the world. You are just here to suffer. And it's overwhelming. It is very overwhelming. And for people who have no idea what it's like to be that depressed, to feel like the only way that your life will ever get better is to end it, they will never understand it. They will never understand this. And like I said before, everybody suffers from depression at one point or time in their life, whether it be mild or severe. But the ones who only suffer mild depression, they don't know. The only people who do know are the ones who know what it feels like to be that depressed, even if it's over something little or insignificant to other people. Because there's a lot of reasons to be depressed, and people deal with things differently. Like I said before, what might be little and insignificant to one person might be really huge to someone else. And I know that there are people in this world who have went through a lot worse than what I have been through in my life. And they come out, they're okay. And I'm happy for them. I'm glad some people were blessed with the ability to deal with things. I have never had great coping skills, ever. But like I said, I think I am still here by the grace of God. And I strongly encourage people who are suffering from severe depression to the point of where you're thinking about ending your life, get some help from somewhere, whether it be professional, family member, or most importantly, God, for those of us who believe in God. Counselors and stuff never did anything for me. And but if they do something for you, then by all means seek help, get help, and remember that you are important to somebody. Even though your mind is telling you that nobody would miss you, nobody would care, there is somebody who would miss you. There is somebody who would care. Get help. And hope you start the new year with happiness in your heart. Thank you.